everyone, welcome back to my channel. January is celebrated as the month of mental health wellness. Hence today, as a part of our psychology project, we are here to spread awareness about a psychological disorder called anorexia. So have a look.
Okay, Priyanka, now take a break and have your lunch, dear.
I don't want to eat anything, Mom.
But why? Look, I have made your favorite food. Don't spoil your eating patterns, dear. Eat properly.
I'm eating properly. Can't you see how much weight I have gained?
You have gained weight? And who told this to you?
No one said this, Mom. I can see it myself. I'm on a diet now. Don't worry, just relax.
I don't understand what's wrong with this girl. Her teacher said that she was having a fatigue and was feeling dehydrated in school yesterday. And she is so skinny. Why she thinks that she has gained weight?
Are your children having improper eating patterns? Are they not keeping well lately? Do they also think they are fat even after being skinny? Well, if that's the case, attention, your child may be suffering from anorexia.
Anorexia?
Yes, anorexia. Wondering what it is? It's a psychological disorder which is trapping the teenagers in its web. Good morning and welcome to ACC News. To know more about this disorder, we have Shrushti Nihalani, a well-known psychologist, with us today. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you for inviting me here.
So the very first thing our audience wants to know is, what is anorexia?
Anorexia is an eating disorder which is characterized by an abnormally low weight, an intense fear of gaining weight, and a distorted perception of weight. People with anorexia place a high value on controlling their weight, and they do such things which significantly tend to interfere with their lives.
Well, India is a country where people still lack mental health awareness.
Yes.
So how can an individual recognize this disorder?
It has various symptoms such as dizziness, fatigue, water electrolyte imbalance. There are certain behavioral changes such as people start to binge eat, they are hyperactive or they are impulsive. Even social isolation is one of the behavioral factors. People start to have dry hair, dry skin, they also start to have sensitivity towards cold, and they obviously indulge in dieting.
That was very informative. Well, why do people suffer from this disorder? What are its causes?
The exact cause of anorexia is still unknown. However, there are genetic factors such as if a family member is having an eating disorder or is having any other mental illness, or if a family member is suffering from type 1 diabetes. Moreover, mostly in the teenagers these days, the causes of this disorder are more social and environmental, because teenagers might have a low self-esteem, a poor body image. There's a lot of social pressure these days to be thin. They might be coping up and dealing with stress and bullying in school, relationships with parents and friends, and even trauma and abuse can be a huge reason for anorexia.
Indeed, and what I personally feel is the standard set by the society of having a certain kind of body is putting a lot of pressure on the teenagers.
Absolutely, but I feel that teenagers should understand that they are perfect and they should accept and respect themselves the way they are.
Yes, that's so well told by you. Anyways, coming to the point, is this disorder have any complications?
Definitely, anorexia has a number of complications such as anemia, heart problems, bone loss, muscle loss, and even kidney problems. Yeah.
Okay, there's one quick question that came to my mind. As you mentioned that dieting is the reason behind the disorder, so does it mean that dieting is a threat to the individual?
Well, no. I didn't say that dieting is a threat to an individual. The problem arises when dieting becomes starvation, because we have a strong evidence which says that many symptoms of anorexia are symptoms of starvation, because obviously when you starve, your mind gets tired, you start to feel anxiety, and what I feel is that even if you're doing dieting, it should be under an expert And yeah, no expert will tell you to starve. That's the thing.
I absolutely agree. Lastly, how important it is to get this disorder treated.
It is important to get every psychological disorder treated, and when it comes to anorexia, medical treatment might be required to gain the desired weight, and talk therapies can help with self-esteem problems and behavioral problems.
Great.
So yeah.
I'm very grateful to you for being here today and sharing this important information with our viewers.
No problem, it's my duty.
Is my daughter also suffering from anorexia? No. But I've observed the symptoms in her. Should I take her to the psychologist? Wait, no. I can't do that. How can I take her to a psychologist? It would be so humiliating. How can anyone think of doing that? What will people think about her? They will think she is abnormal. They will judge her, taunt her. The society will not accept her. No, I can't take her to a psychologist. In fact, this TV just making up things. Just making me overthink. There's nothing like this anorexia or whatever. There's nothing like psychological problem. I've grown up too. Nothing such happened to me. My parents never took me to a psychologist. Yeah, I'm right. I'm just thinking a lot.
Hey, it's such a long time. How are you?
I am fine, Dhriti. How are you?
I'm good. Also, I heard that you are not well. Is it true? And if yes, you better now?
Actually, I have been fighting with anorexia. It is a psychological disorder. I am much better now. Thanks for asking.
You also believe in this psychological disorder and stuff?
What do you mean by belief? It is a psychological disorder, my friend. You do not have any option of not believing in it.
Mahak, frankly, I don't believe in all this. Tell me one thing. Have we ever heard to anything like psychological disorder when we were young?
Agree, no one talks about it. But the reason behind this was that people were not educated about mental health and mental illness. Mental health is just as important as physical health.
But Mahak, will society accept a person suffering from all these things?
You know what, my friend? By speaking more openly about your experience related to mental health, you help stigma become smaller and smaller. By talking about mental illness on the regular basis, the society will help you and support you. Okay, well, I am a bit busy right now. I will talk to you later.
It was great talking to you, Mahak. Bye. I think I should talk to Priyanka. Priyanka, please come here. I want to talk to you.
What happened, Mom? I told you I'll eat properly. I told you not to worry about me.
Just relax and listen to me.
I'm listening, Mom.
Actually, I was thinking about booking an appointment for you.
What? Appointment?
Yes, an appointment with a psychologist.
What? Are you serious? Do you seriously think I'm crazy?
Relax, I didn't told that you are crazy.
So why are you taking me to a psychologist? Only crazy people go there.
Who told this to you that only crazy people go there? I have observed some symptoms and I think you are going through an eating disorder called anorexia.
Mom, I already told you I'm on a diet. That doesn't mean I'm having an eating disorder.
I understand what you are feeling at this point, but try to understand. I won't say any such thing at random, right? So that's why, for a safer side, I want you to meet a psychologist.
Okay, Mom, but have you ever thought what my friends will think if they got to know that I'm visiting a psychologist?
What's wrong in visiting a psychologist? If you are not physically fit, you have a stomach ache or fever, you visit to doctor. Just like that, if you have mental health problem, you visit a psychologist. And remember one thing, the right people always stand by you and support you. They never make you feel in fear.
I think you are right. I'll do as you say, Mom.
That's great. So let's go to psychologist tomorrow.
Okay.
Dhriti takes her daughter Priyanka to the psychologist, and she was right. Priyanka was going through anorexia, and psychologist Shrushti gave her valuable advices and suggested therapies to tackle this disorder. Around the world, approximately 95% people who go through various kinds of eating disorders are of Priyanka's age. And there are many people like Dhriti who initially don't understand the seriousness of the mental